Billionaires have unimaginable fortunes, but what many don't know is that they also carry huge debts. Sounds contradictory, doesn't it? The truth is, behind every luxurious mansion and private jet, there is a complex web of risky loans and investments. What motivates these brilliant minds to choose such risky paths? The answer may be surprising. Big opportunities often require big risks. Billionaires, with their growth mindset, often use debt as a strategic tool to further leverage their fortunes. Audacious projects, such as the construction of skyscrapers or the exploration of new technologies, require massive investments that, in most cases, cannot be financed with equity alone. Instead of avoiding debt, they embrace it, believing that the returns will be astronomical. The luxurious lives of billionaires also contribute to this cycle of indebtedness. Extravagant purchases, such as yachts and artwork, are financed through loans, allowing them to preserve their liquid capital for other investment opportunities. It's a constant dance between risk and reward, where every move is calculated, but never without danger. After all, even the richest need to balance their finances to keep growing. 1. Financial leverage strategies. How billionaires use debt to increase their fortunes. Financial leverage is a common strategy among billionaires, where borrowed funds are used to maximize returns on investments. This technique allows investors to acquire larger assets than they could with their own funds, maximizing profits in the event of an appreciation. However, it is an approach that also increases risks, as any depreciation in assets can lead to significant losses and difficulties in meeting financial commitments. A classic example of successful leverage is the story of Warren Buffett, who frequently utilized debt to acquire undervalued companies, generating impressive returns over the years. Contrary to what many may think, debt is not a sign of financial weakness, but rather a strategic tool when used prudently. Buffett and other renowned investors demonstrate that leverage, when managed well, can be a fast track to wealth growth. However, financial leverage is not without risk. Cases such as that of Donald Trump, who faced financial difficulties and business failures due to excessive debt, illustrate the dangers of this strategy. The key to the effective use of leverage lies in the ability to correctly assess risks and maintain a healthy balance between debt and equity. Financial discipline and the ability to make informed decisions are crucial to preventing leverage from becoming an unsustainable burden. 2. Big project investments. Why billionaires bet big and take on huge debt. Billionaires frequently invest in large-scale projects that require significant capital, often obtained through debt. These investments range from infrastructure and technology to real estate developments and renewable energy. The rationale behind these decisions is the expectation of substantial returns that will offset the risk and cost of borrowing. Large projects, while risky, can offer competitive advantages and position investors as leaders in strategic industries. Elon Musk is a contemporary example of a billionaire who uses debt to fund his ambitions in big projects. Tesla, its electric vehicle company, and SpaceX, which focuses on space exploration, have been financed largely through debt. Musk believes that disruptive innovation and market leadership justify the high levels of debt. Their company's successes validate this approach, showing that big risks can add up to big rewards. However, betting on large projects is no guarantee of success. Companies like WeWork, which borrowed heavily to expand rapidly, faced spectacular collapses when expected returns failed to materialize. The case of WeWork highlights the importance of robust financial management and a realistic view of potential returns. Successful billionaires balance bold vision with fiscal prudence, ensuring that even the biggest risks are taken in a calculated and sustainable way. 3. Portfolio diversification. The importance of spreading risk and how it generates debt. Diversifying the portfolio is an essential strategy to mitigate risks and ensure stable returns. Billionaires diversify their investments across different sectors and geographies to reduce vulnerability to economic shocks. This approach, however, often requires significant capital, which is often obtained through loans. By diversifying, investors can protect their wealth against industry bankruptcies or regional crises. Ray Dalio, founder of Bridgewater Associates, exemplifies the importance of diversification. Dalio utilizes a risk parity model, where different asset classes are balanced to maximize risk-adjusted returns. This method, while complex and capital-intensive, has enabled Bridgewater to overcome economic downturns and maintain consistent performance. Diversification, when done correctly, can turn a vulnerable portfolio into a financial fortress. Asterisk, however, diversification is not without its challenges. The need to finance investments on multiple fronts can lead to high levels of indebtedness. If projected returns are not realized, debt servicing could become burdensome. Careful management of finances, along with a rigorous analysis of the risks associated with each investment, is crucial. Billionaires who have mastered the art of diversification are able to balance portfolio expansion with financial stability, ensuring that debt does not jeopardize their wealth. 4. Luxury shopping and lifestyle. The impact of luxury on debt accumulation among billionaires. Asterisk, billionaires are known for their lavish lifestyle, which often involves exorbitant spending on high-value assets such as yachts, mansions, and artwork. This spending is often financed through debt, allowing billionaires to maintain liquidity for their investments while enjoying an opulent lifestyle. While these assets are not essential, they are seen as symbols of status and success, which can justify borrowing. Asterisk, a notorious example is that of tycoon Roman Abramovich, who owns a fleet of yachts and several luxury properties around the world. These assets are often acquired through financing, allowing Abramovich to utilize his capital in other lucrative investments. Buying luxury goods not only satisfies personal desires, but can also be a form of asset diversification, providing a hedge against inflation and other economic uncertainties. Asterisk, however, the lavish lifestyle can become a financial burden if not managed well. Overspending can lead to unsustainable levels of debt, especially if income streams don't keep pace with spending. The balance between enjoying a luxurious lifestyle and maintaining financial strength is a delicate one. Billionaires who manage to maintain this balance utilize sophisticated financial strategies to ensure that their debts are manageable and do not jeopardize their long-term economic stability. 5. Companies and acquisitions. Why billionaires take on debt to grow their businesses. Asterisk, business expansion through mergers and acquisitions is a common practice among billionaires, often financed by debt. This strategy allows companies to acquire competitors, enter new markets, and increase their operational capabilities quickly. Debt is used as a lever to finance these acquisitions, allowing entrepreneurs to preserve their equity while expanding their operations. Asterisk, Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, used this strategy to build the company into a global giant. Acquisitions like the one in Whole Foods have been financed largely through debt, allowing Amazon to diversify its operations and enter the organic food market. This approach has not only expanded the company's reach, but also increased its economic resilience by diversifying its revenue sources. Asterisk, however, expansion through debt-financed acquisitions can be risky. If the expected synergies do not materialize or if the return on investment is lower than anticipated, the company may face difficulties in repaying its debts. The case of companies like AOL, which ran into trouble after merging with Time Warner, highlights the risks associated with this strategy. Successful billionaires in this field conduct detailed analysis and rigorous valuations to ensure that acquisitions will deliver real and sustainable long-term value. 6. Economic downturns and adaptation. How market fluctuations lead billionaires to take on debt. Asterisk, economic downturns and market fluctuations can lead billionaires to take on debt to keep their businesses operational and take advantage of investment opportunities. During periods of recession, liquidity becomes crucial for business survival. Debt can be used to cover operating costs, fund innovations, or acquire undervalued assets that promise high returns when the market recovers. Asterisk, an example of successful adaptation during crisis is that of Carl Icahn, who took advantage of the 2008 financial crisis to acquire shares in distressed companies at low prices. By utilizing debt to finance these acquisitions, Icahn was able to profit significantly when the market recovered. The ability to identify opportunities in the midst of economic chaos is a hallmark of successful investors, who view crises not only as threats but also as opportunities. Asterisk, however, taking on debt during economic downturns requires exceptionally careful financial management. Market conditions can change rapidly, and the inability to repay debts can lead to bankruptcy. Companies like Lehman Brothers, which failed to manage their debts during the 2008 crisis, are examples of how excessive debt can be disastrous. Billionaires who can navigate economic downturns balance the need for liquidity with a rigorous risk assessment, ensuring that their debt strategies are sustainable. 7. Tax planning and tax benefits. How debt can be a tool for tax reduction. Asterisk debt can be used as an effective tool for tax planning, allowing billionaires to reduce their tax burden. Interest paid on debts is often deductible for tax purposes, which can significantly reduce taxes owed. This strategy allows billionaires to retain more of their profits and reinvest in their companies or other growth opportunities. Asterisk, for example, entrepreneur Elon Musk uses debt to finance his initiatives, taking advantage of the tax benefits associated with interest paid. Instead of selling shares and paying capital gains taxes, Musk prefers to borrow, using his shares as collateral. This strategy not only preserves your assets, but also provides liquidity without the high tax cost. Asterisk, however, the use of debt for tax planning should be managed with caution. Excessive indebtedness can lead to cash flow problems, especially if market conditions deteriorate. Additionally, changes in tax laws may affect the effectiveness of this strategy. Billionaires who utilize debt for tax relief should keep a constant watch on tax regulations and adjust their strategies as needed to ensure long-term sustainability. 8. Financing innovations. Why billionaires invest heavily in technology and science, even with debt. Asterisk billionaires often invest heavily in technological and scientific innovations, financing these projects through debt. The rationale behind this approach is that successful innovations can generate exponential returns, justifying the risks and costs of borrowing. These investments not only drive technological progress, but also position investors as leaders in emerging markets. Asterisk Bill Gates, through Microsoft and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, exemplifies this approach. Gates has invested billions in technology research and global health initiatives, often using debt to fund these projects. The success of these investments has demonstrated that, when well targeted, borrowed funds can catalyze innovations that transform industries and benefit society. Asterisk, however, financing innovations through debt is inherently risky. Research and development projects can take years to materialize and don't always guarantee success. Companies like Theranos, which promised breakthrough innovations but failed to deliver, illustrate the dangers of this strategy. Billionaires who invest in innovations must be resilient and patient, prepared to weather setbacks and adjust their strategies as needed to achieve their long-term goals. 9. Impact of low interest rates. How global economic conditions encourage billionaires' indebtedness. Asterisk, the low interest rate environment, prevalent in many global economies, encourages billionaires to take on debt. With the reduced cost of borrowing, investors can finance large projects and business expansions at a relatively low cost. This economic scenario allows billionaires to use debt as a strategic tool for growth and diversification of their investments. Asterisk, a recent example is the financing strategy adopted by large conglomerates such as Amazon and Apple. These companies took advantage of low interest rates to issue significant debt, utilizing the funds for expansions, acquisitions, and share buybacks. This move has not only strengthened their market positions, but also optimized their capital structures, making them more competitive and resilient. Asterisk, however, reliance on a low interest rate environment can create vulnerabilities. If interest rates rise suddenly, financing costs can increase dramatically, putting pressure on cash flows and the ability to repay debt. Billionaires and their businesses must be prepared for these economic changes by maintaining agile financial management and risk mitigation strategies to ensure long-term sustainability. 10. Risk and reward mindset. The psychology behind billionaires' financial decisions. Asterisk, the risk-reward mindset is a hallmark of billionaires, significantly influencing their financial decisions. They frequently take a calculated approach to risk, carefully weighing the potential rewards before making borrowing decisions. This willingness to take risks is often fueled by a combination of confidence, experience, and strategic acumen, which sets them apart from more conservative investors. Asterisk, an iconic example of this mindset is Richard Branson, founder of the Virgin Group. Branson is known for his willingness to take considerable risks, financing new ventures through debt. His philosophy is that great rewards are only achieved through great risks. While this approach has led to some failures, it has also resulted in spectacular successes that have cemented his position as one of the most innovative entrepreneurs in the world. Asterisk, however, the risk-reward mindset requires rigorous management and continuous analysis of markets and economic conditions. Billionaires who take this approach need to be resilient and adaptable, able to adjust their strategies as needed to navigate challenges and seize opportunities. The ability to balance audacity with prudence is essential to ensure that the risks taken translate into lasting and sustainable rewards. Why then do billionaires continue to accumulate debt, even with all the wealth they have? The answer lies in a complex game of strategy, audacity, and long-term vision. While some see debt as a burden, they see it as a stepping stone to greater opportunities. Is this risky approach the secret to success or a trap waiting to close? Every financial decision made by these tycoons is a bet on the future. They're always on the lookout for the next big deal, the next innovation that will transform entire industries. But are all these risks worth it? What happens when bets don't work out? And how do they recover from potential financial disasters? These questions make us reflect on the fine line between resounding success and impending failure. After all, what would you do if you had the resources of a billionaire? Would you go all in on a promising future or play it safe? Keep following us to uncover more secrets from the world of finance for the ultra-rich.